Welcome to Live with Tracy Gold, and tonight we are talking about how to look taller instantly. I mean, like, what are those style tricks that are going to make you look taller without having to wear uncomfortable high heel shoes? So, girlfriend, welcome in. I'm very excited for tonight. I know it is close to the holidays, and I'm hoping this is going to give you some ideas on your holiday outfits and going forward for the new year. So, buckle up, get your drink of choice, and let's have some fun together. So let me first tell you the way these lives generally work. So in the beginning of the show, I'm going to give you the tips, and the topic is how to dress taller. So I'm going to be laying out all the tips and tricks for you. Then there is an opportunity for you to ask your questions, and those can be your burning questions about the topic that we've discussed, or about anything else like anything that's on your mind style wise. So I'm here to answer your questions. And while I am doing the presentation, while I'm talking about the tips and things, you're going to see some QR codes flashing up on the screen. And sometimes there is going to be a link inside of the chat. So you will be able to take a look at the items that I'm discussing. So while I'm here to give you tips, I also have my own collection that is specifically designed to adapt to your changing body. And since so many of my clients are on the petite side, including me, most of the styles you see tonight, well, most of the styles you see in my collection as a whole actually do make you look taller. So I'm going to be showing you some of those. This is not a high pressure situation. It's just in case you're interested. And then we get to shop, and you get to ask any questions about any items on the website. So let me know in the chat. Hello. Hey, Laura. So good to see you, girlfriend. Okay, so I know this is a topic close to your heart, Laura, because I know how you feel about being on the petite side, and that is definitely the case for me. Okay, so also let me just put up, by the way, I did sort that whole thing so that I wouldn't be going sideways. It's crazy. All right, I'm going to show this link to you. That is a QR code. That is for the collection. And all the items that we're going to discuss tonight are in there. Feel free to use that QR code. I have also put the link inside of the chat. And then after the live, I will put it into the comments as well, because YouTube takes like 24 hours to show comments from the chat. I don't know why, but anyway, it's one of those things. Okay, so tip number one, girlfriends, to looking taller is, and this is the most important thing. This is the most important thing, actually, regardless of what height you are, what body shape you are, all of the things. Are you ready for it? It is the secret to the universe of slim and tall dressing. You need to define your waist. Okay, so before you start panicking and saying to me, Tracy, I can't define my waist because it's going to make my tummy pooch. Your tummy, girlfriends, is here. It's not here. Okay, so when I say defining your waist, I'm going to take this belt off. When I say defining your waist is often higher up. And a lot of women say to me, Tracy, I'm very nervous of doing anything to define my waist because it's going to make my tummy stand out more. Now, that is a whole nother video, and we can deal with that as well. But I want to say this one thing to you. So many times as petite women, we tend to focus all of our attention on trying to hide the parts of ourselves that we're not loving. Okay, what I want to suggest that you do instead is rather to say to yourself, how can I make my legs look longer? All right, because this is the thing about illusion dressing. When we are dressing to try and cover up the parts that we don't like about ourselves, we actually end up making them look bigger and more in focus. All right, we actually draw attention to those parts that we don't like instead of covering them up, because covering up actually doesn't work. When you define your waist, and listen, there are different ways of doing it. You do not have to do belting only. I will show you some different ways. So don't panic if you have tried belting, you've tried it all the ways that I've said, and it still isn't working for you. Don't panic. There are different ways of doing it, but you will see that when you define your waist, this magic thing starts happening. You actually make your legs look longer. Okay, because when you're defining your waist, it makes your legs like they look like they start from here as opposed to further down. Now, look at what would happen to my body and my length. Okay, so we're focusing on height tonight. Look at what would happen when I take it down here. Can you see already I'm looking shorter than I am? Okay, I'm looking shorter. Why? Because A, I'm going across a wider part of my body, and B, I'm not going high enough up. So when you're defining your waist, I want you to think of your waist as in higher up, almost a little higher than your natural waist. Okay, so put your hand, I know you're watching, so if you can, if you have got a free hand, put your hand into your waist and then put your hand on your tummy. And I want you to feel like those are two different places. Okay. So that's the one thing. We'll discuss the tummies another time. That's a whole nother discussion. And if you want me to do a video specifically on that, I have done it before, but I'll do it again. I'll do it again and again and again because I know a lot of women struggle with this. All right. So why is it so important that we define our waist? Again, I'm going to explain. When we define our waist, we actually make our legs look longer. And that is why we can make ourselves look taller just by defining the waist. Do you know when you see fashion sketches, if you've ever seen fashion sketches, you will notice that the legs are super long of the models, okay, of the sketches. And there's a reason for that because that actually creates this elongated look. And that's kind of the desired look. Essentially, when you're defining your waist, you're doing that. All right. Tip number 2, and we will discuss other ways to define your waist in a second, but I'm going to go through because we're going to come back to the waist because the waist is very important. Number 2 is to draw the eye down the body. Now, I know that a lot of stylists will say, and it is true, that if you are on the short side, you should wear shorter legs. And that is true. Let me say, I have found it to be true for myself. However, what I've also found to be true is that women of our age, and I'm saying like Gen Xers, we tend to want a little longer. We tend to want a little more coverage on our legs. Some of us are okay with it, but some of us feel like we need a little more coverage. And so what I've done is I found ways that we can elongate, create that elongated look, show enough leg, but still get the coverage. I know it sounds like a lot, and it is a lot. And that's why I've come up with the asymmetrical hemline. So the asymmetrical hemline actually gives you a little bit of that shorter look on the one side, and then it goes longer on the other side, and it creates that long line going across. Now, how does this make you look taller? Well, whenever you have an asymmetrical line, it actually draws the eye down the body, down and across the body. All right. And that elongates. The eye's not sure where the leg is starting and finishing. So it doesn't really matter. And this is also the fun thing, is that it doesn't really matter where this is on your leg and where this is on your leg because it's still creating that elongated look. Now, let me say to you that with my collection, we are able to customize, and we absolutely do. So if you are 5 foot, I'm 5'3.5". So if you are 5 foot, we would absolutely take some of the length off just to give you that little bit extra if you like your legs, if you're okay with showing some leg. This is still going to make you feel and look taller even if we don't shorten it because of the asymmetry. So I'm never really that excited about 3/4 lengths. Okay, I feel like 3/4 lengths often just make us look shorter. But when it's done in an asymmetrical, it doesn't matter because the asymmetrical is drawing the eye down the body. Okay, does this make any sense to you? The other thing that we can do with this particular dress, this dress is called the Wear Three Ways sleeve dress. And I'm actually just going to share with you I'm going to share the link over here. And so that's the link over there. And again, you can go to the link inside of the chat. Hey, Jessica! Girlfriends, I'll show you the new fabrics a little bit once I'm done with my with the tips. Okay, so the other thing that you can do with this dress to make yourself look taller is a very easy little trick. And I'm actually going to put my hair up for this one because I want to show you. So this here is a drawstring. So it allows you to adjust this according to how you want to wear it. So you can actually adjust it and it can go completely off with the shoulders. Now I do have the body stocking on underneath, which I think is quite nice for winter. I think it's a great way. You can also go off one shoulder. And again, girlfriends, this is the thing. We're creating the elongated, we're creating that asymmetrical look. When you go asymmetrical, again, it's going to draw the eye down and across like this, as opposed to across like this. All right. And this in itself can also create an elongated look. It can really make it look fun. Besides, it makes it look fun, right? So this is the other thing. Anything in asymmetry is going to make you look taller instantly. And this is still without having to wear uncomfortable high heel shoes. Let me just do a side note and tell you, girlfriends, that I live in New York City. So, and I walk, I catch subways. I'm not, I don't catch a lot of taxis. I really am a subway girl, which means that I end up walking a lot. I have no patience for uncomfortable high heel shoes. I just don't do it. But I do have these, and I have them in like every color. I'm not lying. I have them in black, I have them in nude, I have them in silver, and I have them in a rose gold. Like seriously, okay, the rose gold are a slightly different style, but I have them and they are so comfortable and they go with almost everything and I can still get that height. So if you do want a little bit of extra height and you don't want to compromise with discomfort, you don't have to. You can find chunky heels, you can find easier heels that you can walk in and that you can be comfortable. It does help as opposed to a completely flat shoe. But either way, these tips are going to help you. Okay, so the next one that I want to talk about is the kind of print that you wear. All right. So this print, Laura called the constellation print. And I love that name. I was kind of calling it splotch. Not very sophisticated sounding, right? Okay, so let me just hide this over here. Okay, not a very sophisticated name for a print, splotch, right? So what I'm going with constellation. Now, this particular print doesn't have any direction. Okay, so it's not going across the body, it's not going down the body, it's not doing anything. But there are prints that actually draw the eye down the body, and that further makes you look taller. Okay, so let me give you some examples. And sadly, some of them have sold out. And so I cannot sell them to you, but this is an example. So this dress, this was the flame dress. This fabric is sold out. Now this dress actually came, the fabric was like this. And so it was really going across the body. Girlfriends, I don't do across the body for anything, ever. I only ever do down the body. And so this actually draws the eye down. The flames draw the eye down the body. And it's asymmetrical. So this also works very well to draw the eye down, across, down, across. Do you get what I'm saying? Those are really good styles. The other one, this one is available. And I'm going to put this on for you just now once I put my jeans on, because I want to show you different ways that that brings us to the third tip as well. So this is also a great example of bringing the eye down the body. Now, there are breaks along the way of this, so it does kind of work a little bit for both, but that's why I gave it a triangle line, a triangle hem, and I'll show you that in a second. But essentially what you want to look for is you want to look for prints that are going to draw the eye down the body. So whenever I get a print, if ever there is something where it is across, I'll give you another example. This one was also across the body. Okay, and I didn't like that block formation. I didn't like how that would look. And so what I did is I turned it around. I know it's a little crazy. It does sometimes make the fabric a little bit more difficult for us to work with because it's against the grain. But for me, it's worth it because most of my clients, a lot of my clients, including me, are on the petite side. And hey, girlfriends, even if you're tall, you don't want to make yourself look shorter. Like, why would you want to do that, right? So this goes down the body. Again, you'll see, there we go. See where that line, see where that joins? Now, if that was going to go across, it's then going to it's going to draw the eye across the body as opposed to down. And I don't want that. Okay. So those are those. So first of all, defining your waist, number one. Number two, and we'll talk about some other ways of defining your waist. Number two is to work with asymmetry. So anything that is asymmetrical, anything that is triangle, anything that draws the eye down the body, shapes that draw the eye down the body, prints that draw the eye down the body. And now I'm going to give you the third one. And this is one I'm a little bit embarrassed to say that I've only recently figured it out. I've been doing this, and it's actually with my wrap dresses, which is funny because I've been making wrap dresses for over 20 years. But I really discovered something that I was very excited about. Okay, so I'm going to step out of the shot for a second, girls, and I'm just going to put my jeans on. I have got tights, but just to be on the safer side, since I am on YouTube. Now I'm going to tell you this is a trick that I'm very excited about. And for me personally, I feel like it's transformed my wardrobe, and it's also transformed many other women's wardrobes and from a styling perspective. So I've just got a pair of jeans on. And listen, your jeans will be the best jeans for you. So not everybody's going to fit into one type of jean. You can have a skinny, a flare, all those, a wide leg, all of those things can actually work for petite women, just depending on your body shape. They can absolutely work. Okay, now I'm going to show you, and this is the one that's actually in the thumbnail, and it's around strategic layering and long layering. Okay, so the photograph that I used in the thumbnail is this dress worn as a duster over jeans and a top. Now, the difference between the two looks, that's if you saw the thumbnail, is in the first look, I'm wearing a very long and shapeless blouse or top, and I'm wearing too long for me, kind of slightly flared pants. Okay. And that is a very important thing. When you get your pants shortened, as most of us who are on the petite side do have to do. I mean, luckily, I don't know if I think these were kind of a cropped, so they were actually the perfect length. Sometimes it actually works in our favor, or it was like a slightly ankle length or something, because these are absolutely like a really great length for me. But for the most part, most women have to have them done. Make sure that your hems are not dragging on the ground. Your jeans they're not bunching at the bottom, because what that does is it stops that one long line going down the body. Okay, so if it's bunching at the bottom, then it's not. Let me see if I can find a photograph of that. I think I might. Do I have a photograph of it? Let me see really quickly. Oh yes, I do actually. Okay, so this is a great example. I'm hoping that you can see this. I'm just going to turn this light down so that I can show you. So in this example, this is in the thumbnail, all right? You can see that I'm wearing a slightly flared pant, which isn't wrong in and of itself, okay? You absolutely can wear a flared pant if you are on the shorter side. It's not a problem. But can you see how it's dragging on the ground? It's too long. So, and I'm wearing a flat shoe. Now, if I'm wearing a heel, that would have been fine. But that's where it gets a little bit tricky, girls, and you do need to make sure that your pants are not dragging. Also, look at the length of the top and look at how shapeless it is, okay? So now we're going to compare this option. So this is what I've done in the after shot on the thumbnail, is that I have jeans, and I love these jeans because these jeans are actually quite a nice, they're not totally high-waisted. I sometimes find very high-waisted very uncomfortable because they kind of bend in and they don't feel great. But these are really I love these. These are just so fabulous because they sit right at that perfect level. I still feel like they're slightly higher waisted, so they make my legs look longer. And then they're skinny, but this is the trick. They're a skinny with a little bit extra over here. I quite like that. I feel like it gives a little bit of balance to the look, and as opposed to a super, super tight skinny. Then what I do is I tuck, and I know this is contentious because not everybody's going to be able to do this, and this is fine. If you are able to tuck your top in, I can tuck my top in, especially because where the band is, where the waistband is. If you can't, that's okay. Wear your top slightly over that, but not way long. Okay? Because that's the other thing, is that we want to show as much leg as possible when we are on the short side. Kind of like for everybody, but especially those of us who are short. Now, of course, you can play with lengths and play with different proportions, absolutely. But in general, we want to show a lot. And then I have this is actually a wrap dress, and then it's tied at the back here into a duster look. And can you see now, it's also got the triangle hem, which draws the eye down the body. It's also disguising and kind of deceiving the eye because I have my body stocking tucked in. So it's that level, then it's the longer, then it's the further long, and then I have a platform sneaker on. Now I don't have to have the platform sneaker, but it definitely helps a little bit. Every bit of height does help, and it still has shape. Okay, so do you see what I'm saying? When I'm talking about defining your waist, it doesn't mean it has to be super tight. It does not mean it has to be super tight. It just means there needs to be some shape. There needs to be some definition. The definition is going to make a big difference in that elongating your leg kind of look. Now, we could also take this further if we wanted to and add a belt onto it and do it like this. Now, you really do need to go quite a bit higher than your jean button, because otherwise it's going to create extra bulk around here, which we don't really want that, right? And let me just see that I've got it right. Yes, we do. I do have it right. So here you can also do this. You can draw the eye down the body here. You draw the eye down the body here. And you see, even though you've got more coverage and you've got more fabric, it doesn't matter because it's drawing the eye down the body. So those are the kinds of things that I have found both have really made a huge difference for my wardrobe, for my clients' wardrobe, and these are things that I've learned along the way. I mean, listen, girls, let me tell you, when I first went to Italy, I was still in that mindset, and this was like way back in 2016. I was like, oh, I want to be taller, I want to be taller. And then I got to Italy and I was like, wow, these women are really short. Like they're really, really short. Like they made me look like I was super tall. Seriously, they did. Okay. And then I realized, I was like, wow, okay, so they're really stylish. Like, in my opinion, they are some of the most stylish women in the world. They really are. But what makes it work is that they just know how to dress. And they're not afraid with working with shape. They're not afraid to wear color. They're not afraid to wear print. That's the other thing, is that a lot of women who are short feel that they cannot wear print. You can wear print. In fact, print can be your best friend because print can draw the eye down the body. Okay, so girls, if you have any interest, and this is also if you're watching it in the replay, because I try and present this part of it so that you can watch easily in the replay and enjoy it as you would do a long form video. So feel free to ask any questions, put the questions in the comments afterwards. I'm happy to help you with any of your inquiries. And then also, all of these clothes are from my collection, and you can go over to the QR code or the link in the comments, and I will put it in after the live. Now, when I was talking about so feel free to put any questions you have in the chat. And then when I was talking about elongating and long prints, this is one that I just got in. I'm so excited. This is a print that I just got in. And at first I thought, to be honest with you, when I saw the pictures, I thought, okay, this is probably going to be one that I'm going to have to turn around. That I'm getting, because of these little squiggles, like these little lines. But if you look at it, it actually doesn't matter because this goes more down than anything. I mean, this is just stunning. And it's so interseasonal. And by the way, so this is a new fabric that's coming on Saturday, 12 p.m. Eastern time. Please feel free to join me. I'm going to be doing a really fun show. I'm doing 2 items, 10 outfit challenge. So can I do it? Can I create 10 outfits out of 2 items? I don't know. I'm gonna try. And the 2 items, and so I'm actually gonna be launching the build your own capsule wardrobe on Saturday. Okay, so the topic is going to be around 2 pieces, 10 outfits. Can I do it? It's the ultimate challenge. This is the magic top in the snake and the skirt. And I'm going to see how many different outfits I can get. But the cool thing is, ladies, that I've actually been developing this capsule collection where you can choose your various different pieces. So let me show you really quickly, and then I'll show you if you do want to see the new fabric, I'll show you as well. But so basically, there are 3 different, in fact, let me just take these off so that I've got some space here. Okay, so there is, are you ready for this? This is a very exciting, and again, this is really great for women who are wanting to look taller as well, because every single style is designed to elongate. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. So this is the magic blouse, and it's going to come in 3 different fabrics. Okay, so you can choose your fabrics. You can also mix and match them. You can choose. For instance, I know some ladies have already got the dress in the snake. So then they can have the top in the snake, and that would, there's pieces missing out of their cohort. So we have that piece. We have the wrap skirt. So this is a wrap skirt that we're going to be doing. It is so good. It is such a great skirt. I'm just going to give you a little bit of a sneak peek. So this wrap skirt, like all of my other wraps, really does wrap around. It's phenomenal. It's a really, really good wrap skirt. Let me show you. Okay, so I'm not going to put it on properly because we're going to do that on Saturday. So this is the wrap skirt, and it can be mixed and matched and worn with different things. Then I also have the pant. Now, believe it or not, the pant is pretty magical because it actually has a little elasticated piece on the inside with a button. Okay, look at that. And that allows for an adjustment. So it is adjustable. Everything, listen, girlfriends, this is the thing for me. This collection, anything that comes into the collection, predominantly needs to cater for women going through body changes. It needs to be able to come alongside you if you're losing weight and if you're gaining weight. It will be with you in those different things. And so that's why every piece is carefully designed to make sure to do that. So these are the pants, okay? And they tie. These are the pants. And then there are 2 different dresses. And so the one is the constellation. This is the constellation print. This is the Wear 3 Ways dress with the sleeve. You can also get the Wear 3 Ways dress without a sleeve. And let me show you what's so cool. I am so excited because I love this dress in the summertime. And I was feeling a little sad about it because I was like, oh, it's winter now. I can't wear my favorite snaky snake dress. I'm actually afraid of snakes, girls. So it's kind of weird. All right. So this is the dress. So you can get it in the sleeveless, wear it in the summertime as a sleeveless, or wear it with a body sucking on underneath, and you can layer it. And then layer it with tights. You could even wear it with jeans. Just saying, you could. And then you can also layer. This is just giving you a little sneak peek of what's to come on Saturday. So I have this one, and this goes over it. So now it looks like a full-on dress, okay, with a sleeve. Full-on dress with a sleeve. Now, if you want a longer dress, you can also have a longer dress. So this is the other print. This is a mermaid print. So the 3 prints, it's going to be available in 3 each style. So the magic blouse, the wrap adjustable skirt, the pant, the And the dress, well, either of the two dresses, so either the sleeveless wear through waist or the sleeve, are going to be available in all three of these fabrics. So it's available in the snake, it's available in the mermaid, and it's available in the constellation. Okay, and then the best news about it is, are you ready for this? The best news is that the more pieces you buy, the bigger a discount you get. So that's going to be very exciting. Very, very exciting. So it allows for you to create a real capsule wardrobe. Now, you may not want everything in the same print, and that's okay. You may want two co-wards. You may want like the pants and the top in the snake, and the skirt and the top in the mermaid. And then maybe the dress in the constellation. You can pick and choose. You don't have to, nothing has to match. Nothing has to match. You can do it exactly as you like. So on Saturday, we're going to be exploring just how many outfits you can get with these things, how many different mix and matches. And then what's great is that they're very easy to travel with. They're breathable. They're made out of 100% viscose, which is actually made of tree pulp. So they're breathable. They're super, super fabulous for summertime, but they also can be layered for the winter. I went out on a cold night and I wore, oh, this is the skirt. I wore my snake pants, okay? Snake pants. And I'm a wuss when it comes to the cold. I wore my snake pants with with tights on underneath and a sweater on top and and socks, and I was completely fine with my coat over it. So it really can work, and they're crease resistant, they travel really well, they pack really well. They're great pieces to build a wardrobe over. Now, again, you may not want everything in the same print, and that's absolutely okay, but you may. I mean, one of my clients has got 3 pieces in the same print. She loves it. I personally, when I went to Rome, I took my 3-piece snake, my 3-piece snake, loved it. Loved it, loved it, loved it. And then now I'm excited to have the skirt as well. Okay, so now I want to show you very quickly, and I don't know if the girls who it's relevant for are here. If you are, let me know in the chat. Oh, and by the way, there's also like, you'll be able to get a body stocking, you'll be able to get a black snake skirt, so you'll be able to go in multiple different ways as well. But this is the new fabric. This is the new fabric that's coming. I'm very excited about this fabric. So this is the same, it's the same texture, it's the same lightness. It's just really beautiful in these fabulous colors. And what's so cool about it is I actually thought I was going to have to take it down like this, but I don't think I have to. I might play around. I'll see. What do I think? Maybe I do. Oh, I think it's even better like that. Let me see. Or does it make any difference? I don't think it actually does, because it's kind of, because the lines are going both. See, the lines are going both. So I think it actually doesn't matter. Anyway, this is a really fun print, all these beautiful colors. And what I've done is I've chosen prints that are very also interseasonal, that you can wear them now, you can wear them into the spring, into the summer. You are going to be able to wear these. And again, you're going to be able to choose your pieces. And so this is the thing, girls, is that everything is customizable. I want you to understand that it's customizable, especially when you come on the lives. You are welcome. You are absolutely welcome to go to the website and purchase directly off the website. I've set everything up to be a lot clearer. So you will notice, let me just say, for instance, as an example, let me just give you an example. So when you go to the website, first of all, if you have not purchased before on the website, so if you have never purchased from the website before, here's a 10% coupon that you can get. So feel free to go and check that out. Now, if you go to the, let's just say we're going to go to this dress here, right? Okay, so let me just turn this down again. Hold on, here we go. You can see here, So it gives you a detailed explanation. All right. There is also a video, by the way. There's a video in there describing how you different ways that you can wear it, what's so special about it, all the the various features and benefits. I did like a QVC, girls. But yeah, I did a QVC on there. And there's also lots of images so you can see different ways that it can be worn, all the different ways that it can be worn. And then you come over here and you can see, you can click down here and there's your sizes. And the sizes are done in both numerical sizes as well as the, say, extra large to XXL. Okay, so so you don't even have to look at the size chart. It makes it really easy for you to do that. And then you can choose your length as well. So you can choose regular length or long length. So each item, every item now, we're in the process of changing absolutely every item on the website so that it does this for you. Now, if there is any confusion for you, if you have any questions, there are so many different links to our email address right here. Like, if you want to email us and we are happy to help you. I am so happy to assist you with anything that you have questions about, because I understand, right? This is also a trust thing. You want to build your trust with me. You want to know that you're going to be happy with your items when you get them home. These are investment pieces. They are not pieces that you're just going to love today and not wear them again. Okay, they are things that you're going to wear in rotation. So it's worthwhile to reach out to me if you have any questions. I'm really happy to help you. Sometimes we need to customize things a little bit more. Sometimes you don't want to just choose regular length. You want to say, Tracy, I want regular length, but I'm 5 foot tall. Or Tracy, I want regular length, but actually I'm 5'6", right? So whatever that looks like for you, feel free to reach out. So anyway, okay, girls, that is it for the evening. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for those who have watched in the replay. Hey, and if you are still here, thanks a lot. Will you give it a thumbs up? That'll really be helpful for this channel. It makes a big difference. I know it seems like a very small thing, but actually it does. And be sure to come on at 12 p.m. Eastern time on Saturday. And I will see you then, girlfriends. Take care. Bye-bye.